As you can see in the picture, if you don't know who that is, that's the homie Lance Woods. And he's going to be out here in Houston May 29th through 31st. What this shows me is something, for me, this is like my Kevin Hart moment in a way that he went through. So I'm going to explain what I'm talking about. But I feel like this is my moment compared to his moment, which I'm going to talk about. So, before I even started doing comedy, I was living in Sacramento and I was watching some of the local comics. Now, I didn't even think about doing comedy at that time, but I knew who the good comics were. Because in Sacramento, like, it's kind of like that in every city, I think. The underground comics, the black underground comics all go to the same spot. It's the same way here, it's the same way everywhere. There's black clubs and there's white clubs and there's people that go to both. That's just what it is, period. So I seen Lance and he hadn't been doing comedy that long when I first seen him, but he was already that guy. So the Punchline, which he's doing the Punchline Houston. So he's been doing the Punchline Sacramento since I even knew who he was. So I started 10 years ago. He's been doing comedy about 15 years. When I saw him, he was already at 5 years. He knew the difference between him and every other comic in Sacramento. Lance wasn't working a job. He didn't work. He did comedy. So he knew he was going to be where he's at today, back then. Period. Period, point blank. Lance knew where he was going. This is what I'm going to do. This is my job. I'm all in. From the day I seen him. So that's 10 years of me knowing who he is. He been doing comedy. That's it. He didn't have to go to no job. Like, he wasn't going to a job. So, like I said, he been doing the local scenes. Sacramento, he had that city on lock. Now, he would travel to LA, but he wasn't going to where he is now. The internet kind of got popping, and he'd been hitting the internet hard. Tony Roberts had moved to Sacramento and locked in with Lance, right? So it was like everywhere you see Tony, Lance would be. Lance started like recently these last couple of years, and I remember telling my friend, well, he ain't my friend no more, but I remember telling Tyrone Thomas, hey, Lance has made it. Because he's on the internet, all these followers. I think I was like, he had to have moved to LA because he's in LA all the time now. Even though Sacramento and LA, that's like an 8-hour drive. But if you're at the Laugh Factory all the time, you've moved down there. It is what it is. I just know. Like, he lives in LA now. And if you, as a comic, move to LA, that's when you're putting it out there to the world, to the universe, to God. Like, once you make that move, you're basically saying, I'm going to make it. So what I mean by the Kevin Hart moment is Kevin Hart started Heart of the City. It's funny because episode 1 was in Houston. I think episode 2 was in Sacramento. But anyways, Heart of the City, you can look it up. It's on YouTube. It's on Tubi, all that. It's been years. He's found so many comics just going. I mean, I think Kevin Hart already knew who these people were. But he was just giving them a chance to be on Comedy Central, was at the time? Yeah, it was Comedy Central at the time. But now it's Tubi. Everybody's on Tubi. But anyway. So when he came to Sacramento, he came to the place where we all work out at. He came to the Touch of Class right in the hood. Now, what he actually did was, he didn't pick Lance. He did not pick Lance. He picked B.T. Kingsley, who wasn't even in Sacramento. He lived in L.A. He should have been in the L.A. version. But there is no L.A. underground scene. By the time you get to L.A., you either made it or not. The show was about people on the come up. So BT's from Houston, actually. and then he moved to Sacramento, and now he's in LA. So he picked BT to be on the show because BT actually did start that room. But anyways, whatever. He picked BT Kingsley, Andre Bailey, who's in LA now, who was in Sacramento, now he's in LA. The other two I forgot. I forgot the other dude's name. I used to know these people, but I don't even know them no more. That's funny. But Lance Woods didn't get picked. And he said that was it. He was there though. That was his moment where he said the next time they ever have something like this in Sacramento, they're gonna have to pick me. And he said that like on videos and all this and that. And so he just took off with the internet, the skits, the reaction videos, but also his stand-up specials. He put out a special, another special. Kevin Hart he filmed one with Kevin Hart now, like at Kevin Hart Studios and all that. So what I'm saying is he knew from day one, this is what I'm going to do. And so now Lance is coming to where I live at in Houston. And I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm not about to ask Lance, hey man, let me open up for you. Newsflash, I've already done that in Sacramento. So, no point I've already did a show with Lance at the Punchline. Sacramento, not Houston though, right? So, I feel like this is my moment, like, I should be there. Like, he should be calling me up, like, hey man, what's up? You ready? But no, I haven't been doing comedy, haven't been taking it that seriously as I should. This is like something that it's making me see like you should be here. I'm not like not motivated. I'm more motivated like, okay, just do it. Just go all in. Not all in with no job and all that. A lot of times you got to have the money. Somebody has to have the money to fund your career. Either you're getting sponsored, whatever. But if you want to do it yourself, that's the best way anyway. All money in. Nipsey Hussle status. We know that. But to be a comedian, you need to be an entrepreneur. To be a traveling comic. Because you can't have a job. Your job, if you had a 9 to 5, you're never going to make it. Sorry, because how are you going to travel when you got a 9 to 5? You're not, your goal, if you keep working a 9 to 5, you can never be a traveling comic. Like booking weekends out of town and then you're going to make it back to work on Monday. No, some of them shows are late Sunday nights. You're not going to catch the flight right after there. It's just, there comes a point where you got to go all in. And I'm going to get to that point. I'm not stopping it. The fact that he did it, I know I can do it. Since I've been in the same rooms with this dude, I've seen this dude come up. I've seen a lot of people come up. And that you get to that point. There comes a point. If you really want something, you go all in. You give up your safety net and you just go all in and you don't look back. And that's what God, the universe, the game, whatever force you want to talk about, rewards you because you deserve it at that point. So to me, this is motivation. I'm going to get to that. I got a lot of other things to do. That's why I was supposed to actually go out tonight to do an open mic, but I'm like, you know what? I don't really feel like it right now. I'll do it tomorrow because where I'm at, it's like I need to fund my own career. I got other things to worry about. I'm trying to get my own apartment. Like, I don't like having roommates. You know what I'm saying? Which they're fine, they're cool, but I want to be able to bring women in here, women, plural, and nobody else is popping up in the kitchen or in the bathroom or anything. Just, this is my house. So I'm focusing on that, but comedy, it's going to get to that. But this is like my Kevin Hart moment. Like, Lance is here, going to be here, and you're going to be not in the green room. You're going to be in the stands maybe. So it's all right though. I'll get there. I got time. We think we got time. No matter what, I'm going to keep pushing forward. That's the thing.